Hey everybody. Now I want to do a little experiment regarding wireless signal. Back behind my tower Lux we have a Netgear WNDR4000 wireless N router. It's an N750 router. So it features both the 2.4 GHz network and a 5 GHz network. So anyways, one thing I want to do is, I'm sure some of you guys who live in mobile homes, particularly mobile homes that have aluminum siding, been sort of curious to see how wireless reception would be, outside the mobile home and how far the reception would travel. So anyways, at the old place, which is my parents' place, it was basically at one time a double wide, but it was, it had additions put onto it, but it never had aluminum siding. And it seemed like wireless reception outside was pretty decent, but the garage behind the house would really inhibit wireless signal. You couldn't get Wi-Fi signal inside the garage at all, let alone behind it. And over there I actually had an unsecured wireless network because, the yard was pretty good size and it, basically faced a main thoroughfare, a main road. People couldn't easily just stop and pick up wireless signal. Plus, my neighbors on both sides were not very tech savvy. But over here, it's actually more. It's actually in a neighborhood that faces, a side street. So I did actually secure the network, but I'm still curious. So, anyways, after close to 2 minutes of talking, let's go and do the experiment, shall we? What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my cell phone as an example here, which you might be able to see the little wireless symbol to the far left of those four. Yeah, it is. It's already midnight. Hard to believe it. Now, of course, this place is still a total mess because I'm still in the process of unpacking stuff. Let me go grab my shoes. Let's go outside and do a little experiment. So anyways, I'm shooting this video with my Play Touch camera as it does much better at night than my Kodak ZI6. And of course my phone does decent, but I can't shoot video with the phone when I'm needing to show what's on the phone. So out we go. So of course, we had, as you can see, we had full Wi-Fi reception. Let's close this door. So anyways, as you saw, we had full Wi-Fi reception inside. This is an aluminum sided single wide trailer. Yeah, I never thought I'd ever see myself living inside a trailer. But you know how it goes. Oh wow, look at this. It's kind of hard to see. Oh man. It already dropped us down quite a bit. Just walking outside the trailer really made an impact on Wi-Fi signal. So we have a pretty good sized yard here, and we can see just how far. Well, it actually picked up a little bit more, but it comes and goes. Let me unlock this phone so that way it'll stay on longer. Come on, thing. Okay. Huh. Completely dropped out. We're now on mobile data. Oh wow, are you serious? Let's walk back this way some more. Closer to the living room where the router is at. Now, this phone has a custom ROM on it. CyanogenMod 12.1. And I've noticed sometimes it can be finicky about remembering to automatically connect to wireless networks. Okay, we've reconnected. So let's see what happens here as I walk this way. think we're going to lose it any time now. Oh yeah. Very, very low signal. And we've only walked that far. Yep, we have completely lost Wi-Fi. So it brings up a good question. Is it really worth the trouble of securing your wireless when you live in a single wide trailer? Because I think the aluminum siding on an older single wide like that will definitely take care of securing your wireless network. So we're out on the street, there it is. You can pretty much forget about it. In a moment, we'll try to run the backside as well, because the router is actually closer to the backside. As you can see out here, it's pretty much not going to happen at all. Oh, it picked up a little bit. It reconnected. We are now, let's see, we are now on that side. We're still just barely getting it. Yeah, this camera's manual focus, so I have to keep flipping it back between macro and infinity. Let's walk down here to the corner here. See what happens. So at the end of this video, you'll know if you happen to live in a single wide mobile home that's aluminum sided, if it's worth the trouble of securing your wireless. We're getting somewhat a signal. It keeps dropping out to about nothing though sometimes. There you go. Walk this way a little bit more. And we are now completely north of it. And I don't know if you can see that well or not. We're getting somewhat a signal. I'm just using my cell phone, my smartphone as an example here. I could bring my Dell Inspiron 1525 out, just use a laptop as an example too, but I may just say that for another day. Turn the flashlight on. It's kind of dark over here. Come on. Yeah, we're somewhat getting a signal. So now we're going to walk to the backside and see what kind of signal we get there. As you can see, the signal is hit or miss. You know, I may actually repeat this experiment with my laptop, just for the heck of it, to combine it into one video. And of course, we're much closer now. You can see those double windows. The router is like right next to those double windows. So it's kind of expected. Yeah, we will get somewhat a signal. Here's Scrappy's barking. And we are now, the building here is between the mobile home and this phone, and you can see, well, it keeps coming and going. So we're just barely getting a signal. And you can see we just lost it. Yep, lost it. Walk this way some. Scrappy, that's enough. So anyways, to continue on, we are now on the south side. In wireless is basically you can forget about it. So it really boils down to, what side of the place you're on. It depends on where you place the router. Now, if you place your router, let's say in a regular home, if you place your router directly on one side of the house, you're going to have signal problems on the other side because all the walls and everything that the signal is trying to go through. But this router is placed, you could basically divide that thing by 3, and it would be about on the second line, or about 2/3, basically. That's where the router is at. So, signal is pretty much nothing out here. But, let's see. Way down there, at the street corner, you do actually get a signal with the smartphone. So now we will go back in and grab the Inspiron 1525 and repeat the experiment. Okay, everybody, now we have the Dell Inspiron 1525, which, for those who don't know, I have dropped in a wireless card sometime way back when, so it's not the original Wi-Fi card if you have one of these laptops. And it's also compatible with 5 GHz networks. One thing I can tell you right away is the 2.4 GHz is showing up a lot stronger than the 5 gig. And I have it connected to the 2.4 gig right now. So they're going to do the similar thing that we did with the phone. Do a little walk around and see what happens here. So we are standing right near the front porch. So let's walk this way and see what happens. Now, if this video is very shaky, I apologize. I do have digital image stabilization enabled on this camera. So I'm having to hold the camera with one hand and the laptop with the other hand. We are still connected to the 2.4 gig network. As you can see, we are getting a pretty strong connection. Or at least, apparently that's not updating. So let's actually, sorry, I know it's kind of tough, but let's see here. Just not dropping my camera on the ground. We are going to just focus on that little icon down the corner of the screen. We're down to 1 bar, or 2 bars. Walk out into the street here. See, we're still connected now with the phone. We was losing it. So we are now in the street. There's where we're at right now. We still have a signal. I tell you, it's funny. Somebody just happens to look out their window and see a guy walking around with his laptop. What in the heck are they doing? The good thing is, guys, is I know all the neighbors here, and they know me very well. We're almost to the street corner here. We still have a connection. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. That's gonna be so freaking crazy if somebody walks out and sees me walking with a laptop just run the perimeter of my lot. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if this is actually updating or not. Now, if it loses connection completely, the icon will in fact change. There's where we're at right now. Let's keep going. only thing is this bright LCD on this laptop is making it very hard for me to see where I am walking. But I can spin around. I got some light here. Here's where we're at now, and we still have a connection. It is kind of chilly out too. Can't believe I already wasted about half an hour doing this thing. Doing this little experiment. I'm sure you guys on YouTube will probably enjoy it anyway. And it might answer some questions for you. So far we have not lost connection. Here we are walking by. You can see my breath very well out here. Surprised the heat pump hasn't kicked on yet. Okay, we're getting ready to pass behind the building. Connection is still there. Let's walk all the way up here. Oh, we lost it. There you go, guys. We're about even with this pecan tree. And there's the buildings. The buildings have blocked the signal off enough to where we'll lose connection. Let's keep going. I'm sure you guys may recognize that place there, where many computers have been cleaned. Okay, we've now passed the buildings. Our buildings are not quite in the way now. We still have not reconnected. Still no connectivity. And so now we're getting similar results to that of the phone. Now the phone was connected to the 5G network. And Windows 10 thought it was going to turn off my display. So here we are now, still no connectivity. Here's a good question. See if it'll regain connectivity on its own. The network should be set to connect automatically, so. About to hang a left back up the driveway, and let's see what happens here. Yep, we reconnected. Just one bar. And the closer we get, the more signal we get. Kind of be expected. Oh, listen to that. The dog sure ain't happy. Either that's a siren, or that is coyotes. Surprised my parents' black and tan hound Luke isn't getting involved in that. Yeah, I just saw a news article talking about coyote sightings not too far from here. Yeah, coyotes are in this area. Wow, that was kind of freaky. Anyways, see, we are up to pretty good signal here, and we're still standing right outside. Now, obviously, you know, if I walk inside, we'll get full signal. So, anyways, hopefully, that answers some questions for you guys. Maybe wondering if you happen to, you know, be living in a single wide like this that's aluminum sided. You're probably wondering, should you secure your Wi-Fi if you have neighbors? Well, not necessarily just neighbors, but if you live in a neighborhood like this, should you secure your Wi-Fi? Answer would be yes, definitely. Now, of course, your signal reception will definitely vary on where you place your router, and of course, well, you know, the actual, you know, the device is getting the reception. Depending on that device, you know, it can vary on how good a signal that the device itself will get. Which, I mean, depending on, you know, the antenna that's built into the device. Of course, the laptop you'd expect to get a little better signal because it has a much bigger antenna than, let's say, a phone does. So anyways, I wasted half an hour doing this thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.